very much. So I go by Lee, and so it's more of an easier name. So I've been very lucky in life, as you can see. I've met a lot of great people, and for me, I'm not someone who's networked and connected. I basically grew up in Tulsa. Went to TCC and TU and Union, and so for me, that started with the passion of using a camera. I had a VHS, my dad had one, and I would take the soccer games that my brothers would play in. And from there, my love of making short films grew, and so my life continued on that way, not knowing where it would lead. And so then came the awards. It first started out in Muskogee. There's a place called Bare Bones, and I was given this enormous, prestigious award, and it just kind of grew from there. And so the biggest problem that indie filmmakers in Oklahoma and Tulsa face is that screening their movies is too expensive, and so we don't get a lot of exposure if we don't get distribution. And the best way to do that is to kind of localize a place in town that is independent, like Circle Cinema, and then filmmakers can go there and show their work. And now it's still pricey, so what I'm trying to do is create a nonprofit that can cover the cost of for the filmmaker to show the movie. Now, here for me is the best part. All the sales from the tickets goes to something in the community that's being needed. So let's say this month there's floods and people need restoration or something, then all the money goes to that. If there's educational needs, then it goes to that. So a lot of people are winning here, and that's kind of what I'm looking for myself, is to grow locally this kind of industry here in independent movies and also help the community. So all this will be basically growing and gathering all the talents that exist in Oklahoma. And there's plenty of talents that exist outside of Oklahoma that are originally from here. And so the idea is to screen a movie that was made here once a month, and then once a month all that money goes to a group, and then the filmmakers get exposure. So you can see some of the films that have been made. And so what I want to do is, all these filmmakers are not talking with each other, so I'm trying to bring them in together, and also to really create an atmosphere of collaboration where you have people in Tulsa, but also coming out of different areas from all over the U.S., working with me, with the people that are already established, and also students, because that's very important to me too, because I had a rough road, becoming a filmmaker and actor, and so the possibilities of bringing A-list is another thing I'm trying to do to bring more influence here in town. Brad Pitt is already confirmed. Not Brad Pitt, Matt Damon is confirmed that he's shooting in Oklahoma. So I'm trying to create a connection, a bridge for students and people that are kind of under me now to create films that are on a professional level that is expected in the industry. Because if those kids come out of school, they're not ready, they're just going to crash. It happened to me. I had to learn the hard way. So, but yeah, there's a lot going on in films. The equipment is one of them, and by going to TCC and TU, there was always kind of a lacking of equipment. But the theory, the history, all that was there, and that was really important. But I had to find my own way of getting to the professional equipment, and I've spent a lot of time doing that. And so for students to be able to have that at their fingertips and to learn it is a goal of mine, and I know that they would appreciate it and they would grow. And so there's a lot of opportunities to create even more films, which is great. And so all this is spinning around, all these products, movies and things are being made, while at the same time, all the funds go to the community. And that for me is my two passions, is following my camera work, my acting, and then helping people. And so that's what the indie film event is, a showcase. It's going to be a yearly thing, so once a month, a movie made by Tulsa or someone in Oklahoma. All the funds go to a community thing, and then at the end of the year we have a fundraiser dinner celebrating the filmmakers and the communities that we help. And that's the whole thing.